YouTubers, how's it going? Okay guys, before you get your knickers in a twist, I just want to say that the title of the video, obviously why bass players should use a pick. I'm not saying that you should exclusively use a pick, I'm saying you should have it in your arsenal of tones, right? There's so many influential bass players out there. Carol Kay, Bobby Vega, Chris Squire. There's a ton. In fact, I did this video the other day where I mentioned a ton of pick players.
Flashback. Myth number 2. You can't play bass with a pick. Absolutely false. Can't play bass with a pick. Seriously, Bobby Vega, Carol Kay, Steve Swallow, Scott Tunis, Justin Chancellor, Anthony Jackson, Chris Squire, and Sir Paul McCartney. Seriously guys, it's time to forget about this age-old myth. End of flashback.
As you can see, there's some great bass players that have used picks, and I've used a pick in the past because, like, predominantly I would say I play with my fingers 99.9% of the time, but I've been in a situation where the producer's like, can you use the pick? I really want that pick tone. What am I supposed to say to him?
No, I do not use a pick.
Of course I'm going to say, okay, yeah, I'm going to do what you want. You're paying me a fee for the session. I'm going to play with a pick, okay? That's just the way it is, okay? So this whole fingers pick thing, this argument, it's defunct. It doesn't exist, right? So just get it out of your minds. So, and also I just want to apologise about my voice. I'm here in Brooklyn, I'm jet lagged to hell. We're working today with Cody Wright, who is actually, which kind of sort of like was the idea behind this vlog, because he is one of the coolest pick players out there, and he's creating a course for Scott's Bass Lessons all about how to use a pick. And a ton of other stuff as well. And throughout this video you're going to see clips of Cody playing and behind the scenes here in Brooklyn, in the studio, and all those shenanigans. It's going to be fun. But the cool news is, well, there's a ton of cool news. My bass arrived here. Got my bass because it was lost on an airline somewhere, and what I'm going to do, guys, is in this video I want to show you some really cool pick techniques that I've used in the past to really get my pick playing up to speed. I'm going to be talking about alternate picking. I'm going to be talking about angling the pick to get a different tone. You might not even be aware of this. I actually got the idea from Devin Townsend, who I'm a huge fan of, and who I was lucky enough to hang out with last year, and he's a super cool dude, and a ton of other stuff as well. Anyway, let's get into the video and then we'll check out these different techniques that you can use to get your pick playing together on the bass. So we've got Cody Wright in today, guys, recording a course for the membership of Scott's Bass Lessons, and we're just going to be going and doing some sound checking now, getting the levels right, all of those shenanigans. Come with me to Arira Music Studios in Brooklyn, and things are going swimmingly, but come and see the guys. Here we go. Hello. Oh, Gav's on the piano. Have you been jamming? They've been jamming. What's on Cody Wright's pedalboard? Take us through it.
Okay, so we have the TC Ditto X2.
Yeah.
And we have the EBS Dynaverb right next to it.
Is that just a reverb? Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a reverb, but it's got 3 different types, and then it has an A, B, and C of each type. Yep. And then I have Phase 95, which I use just for like that sort of a.
Got it, yeah.
And I have 2 envelope filters that I like to use. I have the right now I have the EBS, which is I don't use it as much as the other one. I have an MXR. The purple MXR,
oh, yeah,
I use that a little more than this one.
Yeah.
But right now I'm messing around with this one. It's really cool. and it has a high Q mode. Sounds like that.
What does high Q mean?
I don't know.
Is it to do with the actual the way it opens up?
So that's high Q, and here's up. It's a little different. There's like a little more stuff to it. And then down is like the opposite.
Oh right, okay, yeah.
So and then next to that I have the TC subbing up, which is absolutely wonderful.
Is this the new one that you've
It's
just
the
got?
new one, yeah. So it does octave up, and you can actually set it to have only up. You can do chords with it, and they come through pretty good.
Oh man, that's wicked.
Isn't that crazy?
It's kind of like the what's the electro harmonics one that everybody uses and I use it? Micropog.
Yeah, I've
It's
heard
kind
good
of like
things
that,
about
but it yeah, Michael
I've
League
actually
uses that type of thing as well.
Yeah, he does. And you can, blend your dry signal with the up, and you can blend all the lows in there with it. And if you combine that with something like this, hold on. It's pretty cool.
Okay, let's look into these different pick techniques that I want to show you. The first one, and I should say that these really helped me out, just because I'm really into economy of motion around the instrument and trying to keep everything as efficient as possible. I'm trying to keep the the fingering on this hand possible really efficient, and the picking on this hand really efficient as well, because I just see the bass as the conduit. Okay, it's this. I'm just trying to get the music from me out, and the bass is kind of just the instrument I chose to do it. So being efficient as possible when you're playing is really important. I should say as well, I think this is the first tutorial I'm ever going to do without my glove on. It's in a case somewhere. So history. So it's not cured or anything. Don't worry about it. Anyway, so first of all is the thing that really helped me, one of the first things anyway, was alternate picking with this hand. And that just means, I do apologise, there's a fire alarm beeping downstairs, I need to change the battery in it. Is alternate picking, right? So that means just going down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, without any reference to what's going on here. Okay, so whatever's going on in the left hand or the fretting hand, this hand is just going down, up, right? And a really so I've got no idea what the volume is like on this thing, just because it's a tiny little practice amp. And the camera's on top of it, so the camera might be shaking around. Anyway, so alternate picking, right? Up, down, up, down, up, down. Get used to it and use it within a scale, okay? So let's take a C major scale, and let's go from the C here, right up to the F, okay? So as far as we can in this position. So the scale is C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, and then back down. And the key is to go up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, all the way, no matter what, right? So you need to be able to do it all the way up and then all the way down. Do it slow, and a really cool way to do this is verbalize it. So down, up, so down, up, 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 down, okay? And get used to doing that. Then you can also play the play it in thirds and stuff like that, but always make sure you can go down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. You're giving yourself the control, you're working on controlling that pick. The next thing is, it's not called economy pick, hybrid picking, I think it's called economy picking, and this is bringing a little something different into the mix, which really helped me with faster runs, sort of like that kind of thing. Okay, and this is where I'm playing down. So essentially you play down, up, down, up, down, down. So when you can, you sweep onto the next string. Does that make sense? So let's start from the C, C, D, so down, up. Then the next string's E, F, G, down, up, down. But because we've just played a down there, we can play the next down here. So down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down. So it's cool when you've got 3 notes per string. So if we were on the C major here, but we took it from the B, okay, you play down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down. And then you can do the same backwards. So down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay, so you're getting these little sweeps in between your notes. That really helped my phrasing for some stuff, and it was a ton of fun doing it as well. I'd recommend starting alternate first of all, and then trying out the economy picking. I think it's called economy because you're basically cutting down movements within each sequence, right? The next tip I want to give you guys is get your muting together on this hand, okay? Like a guitar player would. So it's not all open. I'm not playing, because you get that, right? What you need to do is put the sort of like a karate chop, hi-ya, onto the bridge here, so you can have it open but also muted by just sliding that part of the hand on and off the string. See that? I'm muting these. So I'm muting the strings when I move down the strings with this part, this fleshy part of the hand. I've got it. I can play open or close. But the bass strings here are definitely muted by that fleshy part of the hand when I'm playing these strings down here. Okay, so really get that control together using that part of the hand. Now, another cool technique is the angle of the pick. I'm using this pick. Is that in focus? No, it's not in focus. Never mind. I'm using this big bass style pick. Cody actually uses one of these style picks. In fact, I think he's got a signature pick. But I generally use a smaller guitar one. I'd really recommend messing around with or experimenting with the thickness of the picks. This is a really tough one. It's thick. Whereas some guys, I think Bobby Vega for instance, who's killer, he uses a really, really thin pick. And he gets a great tone out of it. So it's really, it depends on what tone that you're trying to get, right? So really do experiment with that type of thing. Now, once I hold it just, like a pick. I could put my thumb here and then my index there and hold it like this type of thing. Okay, but what I do like doing is experimenting with the angle. So you can keep it straight on, so it's hitting the string flat like this. Okay. Or you can angle it, so instead of hitting the string like this, it's actually hitting it like that. What this does is it creates less surface tension against that string and also adds a bit of grind to it. I imagine a lot of metal guys might like this. So instead of this tone, you get this kind of scratchy tone. It's just a bit grindier. So here's the original tone. Here's it with it angled. need to practice. Anyway guys, hopefully you've enjoyed this video and it has inspired you in some way to get a pick and start experimenting with tones and all the different vibe you can get from a pick, because you know, fingers are great, but sometimes you will get that call and you'll want to use a pick for it, so it's good to be, you know, have that in the toolkit of what you do. Huge thanks for all the support that you've been giving me over the last few weeks, especially coming up to this Brooklyn trip that we're on and recording with guys like Cody Wright, which is obviously today. I think tomorrow we've got Damien Erskine in. After that we've got Steve Jenkins in and Rufus Philpott, and we're going to share it all in the vlog with you guys. And I'm going to be doing tips and tricks on the bass as well along the way. And it's going to be a ton of fun. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, obviously, hit the subscribe button. That'd be wicked. And other than that, take it easy, and I'll see you in the shed.
Oh, this is great footage. That's great. Yeah. Woo.
The 2015 Kickstarter challenge.
Hey everybody.
Hey.
Hey everybody.
Hi everybody. Hello all. Hello.